Oshin, and this is Oshin's View. Here in the building, we have the entire team here today.
Yeah.
On boards, we got my man G Fitz, aka.
What up?
You know what your name is, boy.
I ain't 60% right now.
Yeah, right now, I'm put this. I'm gonna start you off with 85.
85.
85%.
85%.
85%. We got Willie Negro in the building.
What up?
Little brother Devin Epps also here. This is Oshin's View in its entirety.
Yes, sir.
So this is it. This is how it goes. But we're in March.
Yeah.
And even though it's the end of March, there's still going to be some madness going on. We've always had a lot of off-camera conversations about movies, about actors, about black comedians, this, that, and the third. And we decided to have pretty much a versus, if you will, but not so much a versus, a March Madness bracketed. First hour is going to be top black hood movies.
That's right.
Then the next hour will be top black comedians of all time. That's right. I'm going to let my man 85% take over for a second to explain how things going to go for the people that's rocking out watching.
All right, so you guys know how March Madness works, especially if you're into sports. You have 64 teams. But what we did, we took a panel from a group of people, brought it all together and said we're going to take the 16 best hood movies of all time. And we broke it down off of the votes and the categories to do a ranking 1 through 16 to have extreme matchups. It's going to be pretty cool to determine who's going to be the number one hood movie of all time.
Also, let them know we don't know who's ranked where. We don't. We have no idea, and that's, as the kids say, that's no cap. We don't know who's the number 1 seed, who's the number 16 seed, and that's what gave us the beauty of it, because the only one that knows is 85%. So I'm guessing for a movie or for somebody to advance, they have to advance with a vote of 2-1.
Yeah.
They have to advance. It's going to get tough at times. Greg might have to come in and provide some alternate facts, that can, add into it, because we don't want to get stuck forever. But we're going to explain why we pick a certain movie, and because you have to back it up. You just can't be like, nigga, because I like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back it up, and let's just make this thing, let's have a good time with it.
All right, let's go.
So first things first, we got to do it with a play-in game, because the panel is kind of like the NBA with their top 75. They actually had an extra guy in there. But
Okay.
unlike that over here on Ocean's View, we're going to determine who's going to be the 16th spot. So in that 16th spot, the play-in team, we have Lean On Me, great movie, based out of New Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey. And then we have the Players Club. This is a tough one. This was a tough one. I want to see what Ocean's View got to say. I'm going to start it off with little brother Deb Epps.
Shit. So we're going Lean On Me versus Players Club. You're going to take my profession. I am a teacher, by profession, and my love for titties, and put them up against How am I supposed to... Okay. So
That's
Lean
great.
On Me's got Crazy Joe Clark, but we got Diamond over in Players Club is the leading lady. Both are super quotable. Both are hood classics. Honestly and truly, this is a crazy playing game. I'm excited to see the rest of the matchup. So but
Jump, Sam's.
yeah, shit, I gotta go.
You smoke crack, don't you?
I gotta go with Lean On Me. I gotta do Lean On Me. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go Lean On Me, man.
Willie Negro, where we at?
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Colin Bill.
Hey, man, listen, I love titties, man. I'm going to go with Players Club. I'm just going to be real.
Damn, man. I think I regret my point. Yeah, but I'm gonna stay with Lean On Me.
Man, listen, Diamond. Me and Diamond had some long nights in my head. It's gonna be real.
Shout out to Lisa Ray.
100%.
We can do top 5. We can do top video vixens at some point too. That needs to be a subject.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Niece?
This is actually not even a hard pick for me at all.
Okay.
It's not a hard pick at all. I'm not a big strip club person in real life. Just not. Even though
but me either. But it gave you like a glimpse into the life, into the world of strippers.
it didn't have too much replay value for me. That's like I don't have to keep watching.
70 times.
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
I just came to dance and that's it. Like you just ran out with
No,
Matt?
no, not at all. And the parts that I
seen
think
Lino me a lot too.
the parts that I think are the funniest parts are when Charlie Murphy is with the guy. Not well, no, he's with him, but the guy that he was working with, that was talking about was going to murder everybody in the wheelchair.
Okay.
Like when he was like my favorite part of Joe when he was like, you act like that motherfucking vest is made of Teflon or some shit. Stick your head in the motherfucking window. That shit was hilarious to me, but not enough. Lean On Me just had too many quotables. Too many quotables. The late great Bernie Mac, but not against Morgan Freeman.
Unchain those doors. Unchain those doors.
And it's a true story. It's a true story. Shout out to my cousin who went to that school at the time, during the time when Joe Clark was there. But
Your cousin went to Eastside High?
yeah.
He know the song?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he do. You won't let him sing it. You won't let him sing it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Lean On Me because it had real moments in life. When Joe Clark beat up you know what I'm saying? Drug dealer dude.
I mean, Batman.
Yeah, right.
Type shit. So,
Chris Joe, Daddy coming back, man.
and on a side note, when I was in junior high, when Lean On Me premiered, before it premiered, Big Daddy came to the video for Lean On Me. We were leaving school, and I will tag people in this. We were leaving school, going down towards the Henry Hudson to catch the bus. Big Daddy came and shooting the second verse for that joint. And we never knew it. We just ran. We walked into it. There's no social media. Like the next day at school, it was like 70 of us like, yo, we saw Big Daddy Kane yesterday after school. You know what I'm saying? So that always stuck out to me. So lean on me for me.
Lean On Me's always gonna win. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Lean on me.
I got a Cinderella story here.
So Lean On Me, they're gonna take the step into the actual 16 round of 16. So
Lean On Me is in the
they're
16th
officially
seed.
in. It's
No,
the
they're
16th.
They're the 16th seed.
They
Greg,
are the
you're
16th
ridiculous.
seed.
Greg, you're absolutely ridiculous.
How?
Lean On Me is a 16th
Lean
seed.
On Me.
It's
Wait
Lean On Me.
till you see the rest of it.
All right.
So now, here we go. We're gonna jump over to the bottom on the bottom east side. I'm gonna call it east side and the west side on the bracket. So on the bottom east, we're gonna be the 3 versus the 14.
Okay.
Boys in the Hood versus Hustle and Flow.
Oh, hands down, Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood. I don't even have to think.
No, man.
I don't even have to think.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This was a good
He said, I don't know, man.
man. This is a big one for Terrence Howard, man. This is a big one for Terrence Howard. I don't
So
know.
let me go put a little something on this. So let's not forget Hustle and Flow. They actually won an award.
Hell,
for
fuck with
this
me,
movie.
DJ. They won an Oscar
They
for
won
this
an
shit.
Oscar for this.
An Oscar.
I want something, DJ.
Hey,
You know.
I'm in charge.
But I think for me to see how this matchup was, it was gonna be funny. But what you got? What you got?
You got Terrence Howard. You got Ludacris getting his ass whooped in the bathroom.
Pregnant Taraji.
Pregnant Taraji. What exactly is a chicken hoe? I can't remember her name, but you remember her from Woo. Mm-hmm. We got cameos from 3 6 Mafia. This is a fine piece of hood cinema right here, guys. This is very quotable. Fuck with me, DJ. It's one of them joints, man. Whoop that trick. This is one of them joints. In an upset.
Crazy things on these streets.
An upset overtime game. Now, Boys in the Hood still takes about 5.
It's funny.
Still boy.
Will, what you got?
Oh, this shit easy, man. It's Boys in the Hood, yo.
And this is why I was a 3-14 man.
Yeah, it's Boys in the Hood. It's Boys in the Hood.
It's easy.
It was a good first half, though.
First half. But now he'll go at the other end. Paid in full, 6 seed, going up against Fresh.
Oh,
Will, I'm gonna let you go
six
first.
let him
what?
go. Let him
Will, I'm
go.
gonna let you go first.
6 versus what?
6 versus 11.
I'm definitely going with Cam and Paid in Full. And I'm just gonna say, AC did the interview.
Yeah, that would be a reason.
I mean,
that would be a reason.
It's a wrap. Like it's real easy for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's based on a true story. My man told me all the real stories. Oshin gonna tell me all the real stories because he's 75 years old and was there.
Yeah, that's right. All of those are facts. All of those are facts.
For one, 74 be 75 in November. But what you call it? Yeah, that's hands down. And shout out to my man AZ. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna see that like it's hands down. And let me give y'all a piece. It's not even history. Fresh and Paid in Full were pretty much made in the same place. Around the same, like I'm put this so to give it any some semblance here in Baltimore. Fresh was filmed on Cloverdale. What you call it? Paid in Full was filmed in Jewel Hill Park, right there.
Okay.
Like same general area. That's pretty much what it was.
Okay, let me date myself for a minute. Fresh is probably my first like hood movie I fell in love with. Right. So it will get my vote because of that. Who it's up against at this time with our connection to AZ at this point? Of course, it's gonna be Paid in Full, but Fresh does have a special place in my heart. I do. From stupid dope moves. I was waiting for it. Stupid dope moves. I got the stupid dope moves. Yeah. Already. Yeah. Right.
All right, so now we're going to go over to the left. We're going to go to the west. And we're going to start at the bottom. West Coast Friday versus another West Coast Baby Boy. That's the 5 versus 12 matchup. I'm going to start this one out with little brother Devin Neff. Friday versus Baby Boy. Could we have a first round upset?
Okay, so what's the seeding on that? We got
You got to tell us the seeding.
That seeding is 5 versus 12.
But who's who?
The 12 is Baby
5
Boy?
is Friday.
5 is Friday, 12 is Baby Boy. Jody, my Jody. This is John Singleton. This is a movie that was supposed to be written for Tupac. If we don't gotta understand that. So I think that it's a little more serious if Tupac's in. I think it has a little bit more validity, a little bit more weight to it. I don't know. I don't take Tyrese so serious. Just don't. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. And while I don't think it's the funniest Friday, it's not the funniest one, but it set off a chain of a bunch of hood classic comedy movies. I feel like that spawned from Friday one. I mean, you can catch Baby Boy on every Friday night on BET. Play consecutively through the weekend. So it's got staying power. It's going to stay in the front of your mind. But to me, I'm still learning shit about Friday. I found out that Ezell was really the one who stole the boxes in the beginning of fucking Friday. In the beginning credit scenes of Friday. I never knew that shit until maybe 2 years ago. So I'm still finding out stuff about Friday at this point. Hood classic, untouchable, one of the best, funniest hood movies of all time. Stamp it, Friday, clear victory.
Friday is definitely a hood classic. But I'm going with Baby Boy for the upset.
Shit, for real?
Nigga, I be telling these bitches the truth. I lie to you because I care about your feelings. Nigga, come on, yo.
Okay.
Yo, my man Cole got up from getting some head. He cold got up. Come on, yo.
Facts. There was a sound effect of him taking his dick back too. There's like a.
Come on, my nigga Ving Rhames was bouncing his mom around that motherfucking house, yo. Come on, this Snoop came home from jail.
Yeah, fuck your fork.
Man, listen, I'm going with Baby Boy for the upset.
All right, niece, you gotta break it.
Tiebreaker's on
you. It's easy tiebreaker. And I don't even understand. It's Baby Boy, but that's not what I'm going with.
Yeah.
It's clearly Boys in the Hood. Because for the simple fact,
we on Friday.
It's Friday
versus thing?
Friday versus Baby Boy. Friday versus Baby Boy.
Friday. Yeah,
5-12.
Friday.
You go Friday?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Friday. The reason why
Ice
like
Cube
this.
bias.
No, well that too.
he
But what
do
you call
love
it?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
But
Nigga cheat.
no, but the thing with there was no emotion inside Baby Boy for me at all. There was no emotion.
Coming from the character.
Yeah, at all. No, the characters did what they did and everything. You get Ving Rhames, Melvin talking Jody and all that other stuff. Nigga, Ricky got killed. Why I keep saying Ricky?
You keep
My
going.
bad.
It's because
Friday.
it's too California. It's
Yes.
Friday. We're going
Friday.
Friday.
Ice
This is
Cube,
Smokey.
Chris-
This
Chris-
is Big Worm.
yeah.
This is John Witherspoon. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
I keep getting because you know that whole Friday. Okay, clearly it's Friday. I'm going with Friday.
Wasn't even the best one.
The reason that doesn't matter because I don't even have to repeat it because I'm trying to move on to the next one. Dev said it completely. It set off the event of all kind of hood funny movies. All these state properties, all these other funny little movies like that really weren't that great in acting. They came from Friday.
Everybody's trying to make
And
it
on
Friday.
top of that, am I saying the right one? Ice Cube did beat up Debo in the joint. He beat him up. And it has a particular scene in it that gave me the, oh shit, when he pulled the trigger. Because I was like, this fucking movie, for a turn for the worse. I was like, this shit instantaneously turned.
Completely different movie.
I'm like, yo, if he shoots Debo, I was
turns.
like, this shit literally just, blink this. When I was watching it, if he shoots Debo, this shit is automatically Boys in the Hood Part 2.
It is.
That's all it is.
And
This
so is
nigga's
that why-
dope
is
boy.
that why you kept saying boys?
Dope Boy.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Is that why you kept saying this is boys?
Yes,
in the Hood?
yes,
Is that what that one part?
yes. It kept messing with me, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. But
that's
Friday's front. But we're gonna move on. But I'm gonna tell you the real reason why it's Friday, because Friday tells you that you really live in the hood. Because if you really live in the hood, every character in Friday, you know.
You do.
You know somebody that represents every single character in Friday.
Down to the midget.
We do know
And
Felicia.
that's what I'm going with.
All right.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
Baby Boy bounced.
So now we're gonna go to this matchup. This is another one that I think could be a major upset. Janet Jackson, Poetic Justice, 8 seed,
Okay.
going up against a 9 seed, Dead Presidents.
Damn.
Gonna start this one out with Willie Negro.
Yeah.
This is one of them tough matchups that we had to put out here. The
got
people wanted it. Let's
Chicago?
see what we got.
Shit. Janet Jackson, Tupac.
Regina King, Guy Torrey,
Yeah.
The Joe Toy.
Joe
Joe
Torre.
Toy got
Joe.
muscles. Yeah.
Joe,
And
Chicago.
brushing his head.
Chicago.
Chicago.
God. Dead Presidents. T.
Q-Tip murked out early in the movie.
And that's where I was actually gonna go to give you a little substance on this. Who had the better opening scene?
Well,
Because Dead Presidents kind of
listen. Originally, when you first said it, my first instinct was like, oh man, Dead Presidents. But now, when I'm really thinking about it,
Cousin.
yeah. When I'm really thinking about it, it's hard, yo.
It's 8-9.
It's
8-9.
hard,
It's
yo.
8-9.
Just for the drama value,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Dead Presidents. But it's hard, man. It's some great scenes. I like Joe Torre and Regina Hall in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
That's a dope, powerful scene. Now I'm changing it, man.
You going Poetic Justice?
I'm going Poetic Justice.
Going
Yo.
Poetic Justice.
that's
situation.
he's tough. It's tough. Come on, Deez, what you got?
I got Dead Presidents. For the simple fact, Poetic Justice is in third place of Tupac's best movies. That's just where I'm going with it. That's just where I'm going with it. And the small bias, like I said, it was done in New York. And I believe you got Andre.
I'm about to find biases in every
What you
movie,
call it?
nigga.
What's his name? No, but Dead Presidents got my block at 149th. They said it, but besides that, it was like this. They were just better actors in Dead Presidents.
That's true.
They were just better actors,
That's
and they played this. They executed what they wanted to do better than what Poetic Justice was doing with the characters that they were playing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Poetic Justice spawned the Kendrick song.
It did.
Yes, yeah.
That's what y'all did with Friday.
It don't mean shit.
Spawned some
That
shit.
don't mean
mean
shit.
shit, but-
All right, so
They spawning shit.
So with this one, I guess I'm the tiebreaker here. I feel like Dead Presidents was a better movie. I feel like Poetic Justice has more replay value. Dead Presidents gave us a different version of Chris Tucker. Lorenz Tate solidified. We've got an iconic Halloween costume that comes up no matter what year, no matter what's going on.
Keith David.
Yeah, somebody's going to be.
What was the Hooder Classic?
The Hooder Classic with this one?
DP.
It's Dead Prez.
Thank you.
Dead Prez for the win on this.
Thank you.
Is our first upset?
That is our first upset.
No upset, man.
And remember,
Dead Prez was better.
let's not forget, 8-9 is pretty much they kind of like the
Yeah,
same. They on the
thing,
same
bro.
level. So that was a good one right there.
And to boot, Janet Jackson, boring as shit. Boring. That's a boring ass woman. Okay, I'm never gonna pick Janet Jackson. She's boring. She's boring as shit. Yawn.
Go ahead.
Hey, yo, chill. Like,
Yo,
what are you
Come
doing?
on.
Yawn.
We moving on.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We're moving on.
Yeah.
We're going back on
Let's
the
live with
East.
that shit.
Let's
Live
go.
with that shit.
Let's go with
90s
this
niggas.
matchup now.
She's boring.
This is going to be the 2 versus the 15. 2 seed, New Jack City, going up against the 15 seed. And y'all might think I'm crazy on looking at this number. Sugar Hill.
No.
Sugar Hill versus New Jack City. We're going to go ahead and start here.
You did that on purpose?
Negative. That's what the votes, that's what the people came with.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Gotta go with 2C, New Jack City. It's New Jack City. Like, no. Because Sugar Hill was, people wanted Nino to be, they wanted Wesley to be Nino in Sugar Hill, and he wasn't. Now, that doesn't make the movie bad because they were two different characters. But Wesley's performance in New Jack City was so powerful. He played this. I don't think he got out of that character until Blade.
Yeah.
Come on, I do this movie shit. Go ahead.
Nothing wrong with that. Damn, let's get it.
For all the reasons that were just mentioned, you're watching Sugar Hill, expecting it to be New Jack City. Like it's a 3-title, 3-name movie as well. Like it can be confused. Like it's the diet version of New Jack City. I mean, stories compared, but that's what you're looking for. It's a drug movie, and New Jack's a better drug movie.
Yep. Oh, very good.
Come on, Will.
Oh, it's a fact. This one is easy as a number 2 seed for a reason.
Right.
New Jack City got way too many quotables. And yo, what are you doing?
Yo, I don't get it.
My son, I got an alarm for my son. My bad.
Then just take the alarm off.
It's off. It's off.
Evidently, it's not.
The Nino yo,
Yes.
what are you doing? Well, yeah, it's New Jack City, but the one scene. Remember the one scene you did when we worked at?
Oh, which one?
Oh man, was Sugar Hill? Was Ray?
But that was Sugar Hill.
Yeah,
That was Sugar Hill. He's like, what do you want from me? What do you want me to do, Ray? You want me to kill myself? I'm already dead. Well, that was good. That's what.
Yo, but he was talking to somebody, bro.
Yo, hold up. To give you context, the dude, and I know exactly. I'm not gonna say his name because he's on my friends list.
Right.
And me and him are still friends. But he came in with the crazy slick back. Like it was just great, but a slick back normally has it's a low. Like what I'm saying? Point this: if you have hair and getting waves, it doesn't really do anything. That gives like Billy D. Woods. Your hair has to be low to appreciate waves. He had a slick back, but it was thick and almost
slick back.
and it had traces of gray in it because of course and it was thick.
Slick back, a thick salt and pepper slick back.
Yes. And so everybody else, and Will was sitting there. Everybody kind of like, nah, it's cool. And he's such a good dude. He was just like, he's like, yeah, I just want to try something new. And I just couldn't take it. I just was like, you looking like the Pops. And I was like, you looking like the Pops in Sugar Hill. But then I knew people, it would take a second for them to remember. Then I was just like, what do you want me to do, Ray? You want me to kill myself? I'm already dead. So
I fell on the fucking floor, yo. I was crying.
Classic right there. Let's go to the next East Coast matchup, and this is going to be above the rim as the 10 seed. Okay. They face the 7 seed, Belly.
Ooh.
And we're going to start that one out.
I get this
right
one?
here. Yes, sir.
Bye, Birdie. See you later. He's out of here. Yeah, we're definitely not going for above the rim in this situation. Good movie, hood classic. I argue that it's a sports movie as well. Nobody seems to want to hear me on that one. But, I'm not going above the rim. What was the other movie?
Belly versus
Yeah, it's fucking Belly. That's why. Because it's Belly. Ha ha. It's over with. It's over with.
This ain't going where you think it's going. I know where it's going.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I gotta go above the rim, yo.
You niggas.
I'm sorry, I gotta go above
the rim over Belly?
Yes, nigga. Yes.
This is 1990s bias we're hearing right now. Because they won't pick DMX over Tupac. That's what this is right now.
Wow. That's not true. I'll pick DMX over Tupac in anything else.
Okay.
Damn near.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? Except for movies. See?
For movies.
Yeah.
So why do you have above the rim over Belly?
Because when Belly comes on, I turn the channel. Now.
Whoa. You didn't watch the opening scene?
When I can't turn the channel when above the rim is on.
Oh.
I can't do it.
Oh. Like that.
Points
like
that.
Very
Nice.
good.
You gotta break the tie, baby.
It's not. Are you kidding? I just, for the same reasons why I got Poetic Justice out of there.
You played on the same court as fucking Shep and all of them.
Oh no, my whole block. You know, I'm gonna put it this. If I wanted to leave my bias out of it, I couldn't. But at the same time, this is still one of Tupac's best movies. Yeah. Period. For the same reasons why I just got Poetic Justice out of here, because this is above the rim. We play ball. Yeah. This is what it is. Kyle Watson. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like Birdie. George, like this, and one of your favorite guys, Marlon Wayans, is in it. And soundtrack wise, I was at the park one day.
We are not going to bring up soundtracks.
I'm just
talking
saying.
About Belly.
No, put it this. If you we could.
I'm saying, I mean, it's not a contributing factor. It's not putting it over.
No, it's not, but I'm just saying, like this. This was at the time when songs went with the movie. You see what I'm saying? Like that. So when I was just joking around doing the good Nate Dogg, rest in peace, I was at the park. You know, you see Tupac walking in the park. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, and Tupac, I'm telling you, we're not going to make that a thing. But this was one of the movies. He passed away, he got killed 2 years later. He was on his way. He was his trajectory in that acting shit was about to get crazy. And we got robbed of it. So I'm going above the rim.
All right, well, there we go. Above the rim. The east side is set. Let's go ahead and finish the West. So 1 versus 16 matchup. We know Lean On Me was the 16, but the number 1 seed, Menace to Society. Menace to Society versus Lean On Me. We're going to start it out right here with Nice. Who you got?
It's Menace.
Damn, it feels good.
That's not Damn It Feels. That's straight up Menace.
Yeah, straight up
Menace.
Yeah,
yeah. MC8 was great in there.
Yeah.
First off, and then once again, we put this. What you did, I want to give you the credit. What you did opening up this whole thing is how you opened up the movies, because see, people that are looking, if we can understand acting, we can understand soundtrack. That's why I brought it up. It's not always a super determining factor, but Old Dog spawned Lorenz's career. Like, it was that powerful. We still, when we see Lorenz tape shoot a nigga in Power, yo, that's old dog. You see what I'm saying? Like that's super
Nigga, when we see
staying
those
power.
braids, you got the old dogs.
That's what I'm saying. So that's super staying power, and I think they had just enough talent on at the time because they all got expeditionally better. But they still had my man once again, Clifton Powell. He was in it. You know what I'm saying? Jada Pinkett's in it. Lorenzo Tate. He started. That was the start of his ascent. You know, it's like that. MCA did what he did for what I love this part because when he shot the dude, I thought that was one of the most killed scene ever. Like, yo, homie, you need some help? And I counted, he shot him 13 or 14 times. I'm like, yo, from close range, from super close range. And like I said, as much as I love, Lean On Me, and that has 1,000 quotables, and we would know because we're in the school profession, education field, but this is Menace to Society. And that soundtrack was ridiculous as well. So I'm going with Menace.
Yeah, as much as I love Lean On Me, it's not much. It's funny that you mentioned all the other actors in that movie, how they all ascended, except for Kane. Kane kind of stayed where the fuck he was.
Oh, no, I hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Go ahead.
Hey, yo.
I hate. Hold on, but I don't want to cut you off because I know this little brother's part. I hated that nigga since Come Fly With Me. No, the Jordan shit. Because that was him.
I'm saying, and he was in Belly. He was in Belly as well.
Oh
yeah.
And he was very, very likable in Belly. Very
you notice I guess he's known for dying.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. Because
He's known for dying.
Yeah,
that's the nigga gets killed. It's him and then the nigga. It's another nigga. I don't know his name, but he's another nigga that's known for dying.
Known for dying.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right. He died in too deep. But
we don't gotta spend too much time on that.
It's
Easy.
Cool. So that was an easy one. That's why they were the number one seed. Now, I think this is a tough matchup right here. Last minute, votes changed up. This team came in. This movie came in.
I know what's coming.
We got number 4 seed Juice.
Okay.
Versus the number 13 seed.
You gonna be tight?
The Last Dragon.
Oh, it's a lot finna go on here tonight.
Willie Negro.
It's a lot that's finna go on here
Willie
tonight.
Negro.
13 seed Last Dragon.
It's a lot finna go on here tonight.
Came in at the 13 seed.
And number 4 is what?
And number 4 is Juice.
Is Juice.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Let's go. We can start it right here. You on it? Go ahead and start.
This is my childhood, right? This is what we're doing right now. These are two of my. I gotta do it. Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy, Show Enough, Eddie Arcadia, The Glow, nigga. We talking about The Glow here right now. We're talking about The Glow right now. We're talking about the Cloud crowd right now. We're talking about, can you show me some moves? Nah, man. Yeah, Last Dragon. Upset special. And I say with impunity.
Listen, man. Juice had Bishop, man.
It did.
Had Bishop. Oh.
T-Mac was in Last Dragon.
I got the juice.
I got The Glow.
I'ma just be real. All that being said, they said move your feet, sir. Said Daddy
Green's Pizza.
I got to go.
You got to go.
Last Dragon is one of my favorite movies, yo.
Catching bullets with his teeth. Catching bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please. Come on, man. It's Last Dragon.
I'm going Last Dragon.
It's Last Dragon.
It's Last Dragon.
It's Last Dragon. First off, it might arguably be one of the biggest culture classics.
Yeah.
Period.
100%.
Like, period. Like, if you're from that era at all, it's Last Dragon. And the thing about it is, Juice, I had a lot of bias with Juice as well because it was close. But we already have Above the Rim in there. And for those that haven't put the two together, I've always had Juice and Above the Rim as Tupac's best movies.
And Tupac's all through this goddamn
It's
list.
all throughout.
It's
It's all throughout. But this is Bruce Leroy. First off, never mind T-Mac. We know that's his name. Respect to him. It's Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy.
Leroy.
And hold up.
Yeah.
One of the best movies that really didn't even have a plot either, but we'll talk about that later. Didn't even really
We
have
can
a
really do a
plot.
whole episode on that.
A whole episode.
A whole
We'll do
episode
it
on
later,
Last Dragon.
yes. But yeah, we moving on. Last Dragon.
Last Dragon for the episode.
All right. So now we're going into the second round. We got upsets galore on the west side of this map. So we're going to start on that side. Menace to Society versus the 9 seed Dead Presidents. We're going to start it out right here.
I'm sorry. I gotta go. It's Menace. It's still Menace. It's still Menace. For all the reasons that I said earlier. It's Menace.
All right.
I feel like Dead Presidents can give it a little bit of a run for the money with the acting chops that we have over in Dead Presidents. Better story with Dead Presidents. But, you know, when you got stars and, you know, stars get hot. And I feel like that's Old Dog's performance in this movie. It kind of puts a lot of things in perspective. And when you talk about these hood movies and we're talking about winning, Old Dog's performance is better than a lot of what we're going to see from here on forward. So it's nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't give a fuck what I said. Don't you come around this
Listen.
motherfucker. It's a menace, man. It's a menace.
They told me to come around this.
Listen, Menace is holding on to that number 1 seed. I'm going to jump over to the east, though. Number 1 seed, that's on the east side. It's going to be New Jack City. They're going up against Above the Rim.
Oh,
New Jack City versus Above the Rim. There is no way in the world you can be biased this time. So I'm going to start it out right here.
You said I can't? Well,
Can't be biased.
well,
It's a double bias.
It's a double
it's a double bias
Double bias.
because they're both made in the same place.
Right,
They're made in the
right.
same place. But people don't redo Above the Rim. People redo New Jack City all the time. Martin, he made a whole episode or based off that. People still say, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Like, it's just
You got a stage play.
too many stage play. They got a stage play, and it's just too many quotables. You can ask 5 to 10 different people what is their favorite scene in New Jack City. You might get 5 or 10 different scenes. So, as much as Above the Rim was, Above the Rim, and I know we're going to move on, but Above the Rim is kind of a young adults movie in terms of the ages and stuff. Because Kyle is really a high school kid going to this. New Jack City is grown. Man, this is grown street shit. This is hood shit. You got a kingpin hustler. He's getting it in. He's catching bodies himself. His people's catching bodies. They taking losses. Gets no more hood than that.
I hear what you're saying, but hear me, okay? Because there has never been a better athletic performance in the history of mankind than when Shep showed up. In fucking carpenter jeans and a long john shirt, nigga, and put up fucking 26 in 10 minutes, nigga. Not to mention number 52 on the other team who threw the fucking fast break pass to himself and fucking 360 windmill that bitch. So, New Jack wins, but we gotta mention what the fuck happened.
Shout out to my cousin James Speedy Williams. He was also in there. He was the game before the championship, light skinned Speedy that was in the movies.
Yeah, man. This is bigger than Nino Brown. New Jack wins, man.
New Jack wins.
So it looks like our top 2 seeds are moving on to the final 4.
Okay.
Now, gonna get interesting. Boys in the Hood versus Paid in Full. Boys in the Hood versus Paid in Full. Niece, I know you want to go first, but I'm gonna go this one over here to Willie Negro first.
Actually, I didn't want to go first.
No,
So
you be biased.
by
You be
all
biased.
means, go ahead.
Boys in the Hood versus Paid in Full.
Let's go.
This is tough.
It's a tough one. These are blue bloods right here.
Listen.
This is Duke, North Carolina.
This is Duke, Carolina, Kentucky versus Kansas.
Paid in Full was a great movie. I love that movie.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
Yeah,
You
like
tough, you be alright?
Ricky.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Going boys.
I'm going boy. Doughboy might be one of my favorite all-time characters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dev. Where you at?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just you and I'm dope boy. Shut up, bitch. That's just what it is. It's Dope Boy, man. It's Well, Pay the Fall, the bricks was right there. The bricks was right there. But yeah, I mean, we're always going to have a special place for Pay the Fall in our hearts. But if we're talking about the grand scheme of things, Boys in the Hood is John Singleton's masterpiece. So, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, even with the bias of Paid in Full being the hometown movie, one of them that's been all on this list, me knowing the actual story, AZ interviewing with us and everything else, it's Dope Boy. It's Dope Boy. It's Ricky. It's Little Chris. This is the thing. We're saying the names of the characters because you know it.
We know these things. We know who Ice Cube is. We know who Cuba Gooding Jr. is. We know who Morris Chestnut is.
Exactly.
That's
the whole thing. Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
There's not an actor that was in Paid in Full that acts better than Lawrence Fishburne.
No.
No. It's no. And that's all respect. Put it like this. Woods Harris he's fighting back. But he's not Lawrence. He's not Lawrence. Makai Fife, Harlem Cat, my childhood friend, Cameron, they did their thing, and of course it was believable why they did it. But it's too much power, too much firepower on that Boys in the Hood side. And I always like to cheat. That soundtrack, How to Survive in South Central, Placement Busting the Cap is fundamental. Nah. So yeah, I'm going Boys in the Hood.
Shout out to Sonny Pass.
People keep trying to make
who looks at me funny, B is dead. Just like Paid in Full. It's over. Boys in the Hood.
The difference is this. The thing is this, and I'll be moving on. The difference is this. If you try to make a Paid in Full, it'll glaringly show that you're trying to make a Paid in Full. People have made careers of trying to make Boys in the Hood type of movies.
Facts.
That's the thing.
Facts.
Cool. So now, the last spot for the Final Four. Tough matchup. Friday against the Last Dragon.
Ooh. Funny they got
Friday against the Last Dragon.
I'm going with Last Dragon. Because of what Negro said, because what makes you laugh makes you cry. Friday wasn't even the funniest Friday out of the franchise. And that's what's hurting it. And Last Dragon wasn't supposed to be a comedy, and it still has more funny parts than Friday. So for the thing that you tried to do, and I hope Ice Cube will ever see this thing, and I'm saying Cube, you're one of my favorite persons, period. But Friday was open-handedly a comedy.
Yeah, facts.
And it still wasn't funny. So what they did in Last Dragon, it's still funnier than what you aimed to do. And then drama-wise, it just wasn't better. So yeah, I'm going with Last Dragon on that one. Last Dragon is fighting.
Even as Nisa's talking about, the scenes that were effortlessly funny, I'm thinking about Bruce Leroy in the movie theater fighting. Matter of fact, this is even before Bruce Leroy walks out and sure enough is taking on challenges. And it's the He-Man looking bitch in the background. Like, get him, baby. Bust him up.
Let me ask that. He's saying all that, but then when he hits him, Shono was like, yeah. He looked at that shit was hilarious. He looked back at him like, yeah, you see what I'm doing. Come on.
Watch
the face, baby.
Which one of these niggas in Friday got tied up by ropes and breakdance their way out of that shit?
Wait, it was even funnier. It's that, he was out of this shit at the bottom, and he still popped out of this shit. He just took the shit off.
Oh my God.
Classic scene.
All right.
So the Last Dragon, they are the Cinderella right now. They are rolling. They are in the Final Four. So what we're going to do, we're going to start on the other side, though. It's a good matchup. New Jack City versus Boys in the Hood.
Damn. They got
Semi-final matchup to determine who's going to the championship.
Sheesh.
We're
going to start it out with Little Brother Devin.
All right, so we got Nino Brown versus Dope Boy, right? Let's think about iconic scenes. First one that comes out in my mind in Boys in the Hood, of course, is Ricky running down the street, right? But when you think about New Jack City, we've mentioned all of that and have yet to touch on any of the Ice-T or Chris Rock scenes in that movie.
Facts.
And those alone are more powerful than anything that happened in Boys in the Hood. Whether the scene with him lighting the glass dick or Ice-T really telling Chris Rock about himself. Man, there's so much more to New Jack than just the funny quotables and everything that went on. Shit, there was colorism in New Jack City, my nigga. Like, so with Boys in the Hood, yes, hood classic, untouchable, especially if we talking just that lower level neighborhood shit. Boys in the Hood is right there in the class by itself. But when we talking empires and shit being built from the ground up and treachery and all of that, New Jack City, still by far classic by itself.
So, Doughboy is one of my favorite characters of all time.
All time in every movie, right?
All time.
All movies.
But Nino Brown is probably the greatest villain of all hood movies. I just, Nino Brown was getting shot at, picked up the baby, picked up the little kid and put it in front of him to shield himself from the bullets.
Yeah. This is scumbag shit. This is the nastiest work I've ever heard in my life.
Man, listen.
Somebody get Mike Rowe on the phone. That's nasty work.
Listen, that was ridiculous to me. It has to be New Jack City.
Yeah. As much as Boys in the Hood gave you the emotion when Ricky got killed, we all felt that because the whole purpose was get out the hood. He's going to make good on. He got the SAT score and everything. But New Jack City, this is everything that Devin just said. But there's one thing. I'm not going to say this one thing, put it over the top, because Dev already spoke it, and I'm clearly going New Jack City. But I wanted to bring up this part. Ice Cube, this is a fact too. Ice Cube, the words were up because there was a time when Ice Cube refused to die on camera. And that's a fact. Like, that's not what I feel. He talked about that. That's how I knew. He talked about that. That's why at the end of the movie, they just showed the words and said it just faded out. Even down to Nino getting killed. Idolater! Your soul is required in hell. And then he gets shot and fall. Like, we thought he was getting away. Because
he did beat the charges.
He beat the charges.
Which makes him one of the greatest villains of all time. He beat the charges.
Beat the charges. He's about to do a year. Yeah. And that was it. And he was going to sit on his head doing it. And the same Reverend Oates. No, Reverend Oates didn't do it. Reverend Oates was Nick. Shout out to Nick Ashford or whatever, because that's who it was. What you call it?
Old man.
How do you know this?
Yeah, right. What the fuck
is Nick Ashford?
Like, I laugh because I'm going to go look it up later. It's like I know.
So y'all say you don't know who Ashford and Simpson is?
Oh shit.
Oh, that was Ashford.
That's Ashford. Okay.
Nick Ashford.
Ashford looked.
How did y'all not know that? It's
nigga,
clearly,
I don't know O.J. Simpson.
It's clearly him. Like, it's clearly him.
I call him the R&B nigga who looks like a vampire.
And what you call it?
100%. That nigga looks like a vampire.
And who was Nino killed by? No, y'all don't know that.
What's this nigga name? He's probably his fucking
old nigga.
His godfather's math teacher or some shit.
Shout out to my man Bill Duke. That was Bill Duke. That's Bill Duke.
So, is Bill Duke related to Winston Duke? Winston Duke is, you fucked up right now.
No, they're not related. They're not related.
Just Dukes.
Yeah. Well, shit, we know Randy Duke. Shout out to him. Like, them niggas ain't all related or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? But what you call it? Yeah. So Bill Duke killed him and everything. And it was a continuum from when Nino had the other man, Bill Nunn. Rest in peace to Bill Nunn. What you call it? Hit him up. We haven't seen him since then, and we see him at the last scene coming back killing him. But it's New Jack City. That was a super defining moment for Wesley Snipes.
All right, so now other semifinal matchup. Overall number one seed, Menace to Society, going up against the underdog, the Last Dragon. Who's winning this? Started out right there. Yeah.
See, okay, so on this one, a huge factor going through this for me has been replay value, right? Now, these are both movies that, if they're on in any way, shape, or form, you know what? I'll give you this, because Menace to Society, you might catch on TV. Last Dragon, you never catch on TV. You'll go out your way to watch Last Dragon.
Yeah.
But you're going to watch it the same way you watch Menace to Society. So for that, for me, I can't do it. Menace. Like, I can't. I'm trying my hardest to convince myself to take Last Dragon. With as much as I love The Last Dragon, Menace to Society is a better movie because all of its intentions were fulfilled.
Okay.
Last Dragon went in as an action movie, came out a fucking comedy. Menace to Society went in with exactly what it wanted to be and came out and delivered that message through and through. So I'm going Menace to Society.
Yeah, I'm going. Damn.
Right?
I wanted, because Last Dragon is like in my top 5 all-time best.
Everybody's
movies.
killing Nino, right? I mean, everybody's killing G Money right now. That's what this feels
You know what I'm
like.
saying?
We're killing G Money.
But Menace, it just like you said, it started off and it went the way we thought it was supposed to go. Shockingly, because I like the fact that they had other side things. Like, we haven't even talked about Stacy going to college. You know what I'm saying? Right. He was caught up in the hood crazily with all the rest of them. But nobody messed with Stace the whole movie because he played ball and everything. And he was only in the one shooting because they came back and shot up, you know, not the cookout, the ending scene. The end when they were moving.
Right.
When they were
when
moving. When they were moving. Hold up, time out.
They killed Rashad.
Hold up.
It's Last Dragon.
You know what? I might have to go. Nah.
It's the Last Dragon, y'all.
Hold on, we come back.
Hold up.
We'll come back.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I haven't picked yet.
What you got, Will?
Hey, yo.
We got one right now for the number 1 seed.
Barry Gordy presents, man.
I'm just going to...
I pick Menace Society. I pick Menace.
The Last Dragon is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
So many quotables. And he had the glow.
He had the glow, dog. He had the glow. I can't not talk about The Last Dragon without putting a smile on my face. As a matter of
That's
fact,
a fact.
I'm changing my vote. I revoke my vote. I'm taking my vote out. Last Dragon over Menace Society. I'm sorry. I love the movie too much.
Yeah.
I love the movie too much.
I love it so much. But before you say that,
go ahead.
Menace to Society was probably a better movie.
Yeah. Agreed.
It was a better movie. It had more innuendos. It had more of us in it. You know what I mean? It had relatable characters, like you talked about. My man going to college. It had people trying to get out the hood. She was trying to move.
I think you just, not to cut you off, but I think you just said the key part, the hood. Which one was more centered into the hood and what we see and deal with a lot?
You gotta understand there's a different time period though.
I know.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting at.
So around in the 80s, Kung Fu was it. It was the thing.
Very prevalent.
You know what I mean? It was the hood thing to do.
Right.
So it was very hood at that time. You see what I'm saying? But Menace spoke to the culture of like West Coast in the hood, and I don't.
It's a tough one. It's a tough
Hold
one.
up. My thing is this. This is the thing about The Last Dragon too, because he just said something that made me start thinking too. Hip hop, you have MC8 who was in Menace to Society.
Right.
He was like clearly producer and artist and all that. So we get all that. But see, the thing about the 80s, things were being built. This was the tail end of, we're just getting out of disco
yeah.
and all this other stuff. That soundtrack which Minutes was a great soundtrack, but that entire soundtrack was Motown.
Motown.
Barry Gordon's
Barry Gordon
whole
Presents.
Barry Gordon Presents. That was the bar. So and there's no scenes. Every time the music came on, you know exactly what scene it was. It fit the scene. Nothing felt out of pocket. Leroy getting shot. That put it this. We talked about it in Friday. Saying that how we laughed about it, saying, oh, the movie would have turned. Last Dragon did that first. Yeah. Because when you first seen Last Dragon, we thought Leroy literally got shot. It was like, yo, you know what? All this kung fu, and you're gonna end it by just shooting them, and then it brought the whole thing back of the catching bullets with it. I gotta go with Last Dragon. I gotta go with Last Dragon.
And it's the beauty of March. Because yes, Menace to Society is the better team, but god damn it, Bruce Leroy is hot. He's hot. He's hot. He's no power right now. He's no power.
Simply because I can't do it. Like I can't not vote for Last Dragon.
Right.
Can't do it.
We got one of the best upsets of all time. It's going all the way down. Last Dragon.
So like Kane's cousin.
We're going to just go in with the hood movies, and we're going to go to the championship game.
Yeah.
And the championship matchup is going to be Bruce Leroy and the Last Dragon going up against Nino Brown in New Jack City. That's interesting. And I'm going to save Oshin for last.
Okay.
We're going to start this out with Will.
Didn't I just say I couldn't vote against these niggas, man?
That's what makes that's what makes it so great.
Hold on. All right, I'm going to go with New Jack City.
You're going to New Jack City?
I'm going New Jack.
Okay.
And I'm going New Jack because I am my brother's keeper.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, man, New Jack is too many suspenseful scenes, deep scenes, quotables. It's too many to vote against him. You know what I mean? Even though I love Bruce Leroy. First of all, his name was Bruce Leroy. That's fucking hilarious. But I can't go against Nino Brown, Wesley Snipes. I can't do it. Nah.
Well, for all the reasons I mentioned in earlier rounds, it's New Jack. Like, I can make references to New Jack City to explain situations. I just did the shit last round. When we were talking about voting off Last Dragon, I said it's like killing G Money. And you know exactly that feeling that I'm talking about right now. Mm-hmm. Some shit that you gotta do, but you don't want to do. Mm-hmm. But I can say just killing G Money. You know exactly what I'm saying. Because at the end of this shit gonna hurt me anyway if I don't get rid of it. Mm-hmm. It's New Jack, man. It's New Jack.
Go ahead and make an argument for
Yeah, you trying to?
No, I'm not really trying. No, I'm not trying. I'm not trying. It's trying to preface this the correct way. Last Dragon just lost the national championship by 5 points. Mm-hmm. They lost by 5 points. They had a turnover when they could have tied it up.
Yeah.
And after that turnover, somebody hit a 3. Yeah. They put them up 5 with 12 seconds left. And they're in the penalty. Last Dragon fought hard. It fought hard.
Tooth and nail.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't ignore clearly what New Jack City did for Wesley Snipes. Yeah, his performance. People like this. This is going to we're going to close it out because we got to take a break before we get to the next one. People call drug dealers Nino Browns. Mm-hmm. Game over. There's nothing you can do about that. That's staying power. That's the effect it had on the hood. You know, when people talk about drug dealers, they call them Nino Browns. There's nothing more to say. That's a fictional character, even though his character was based off of Nicky Barnes, who was a real drug kingpin. But Wesley, hey, nobody walks a grown-ass man down the street, butt-ass naked, with the shotgun. That didn't kill me. It was the smack on the ass. When he told him, go ahead. Once he did that, that was it. Then, soon as he smacked him on the ass, you just hear, once I get what I always talk about, soundtrack. He smacked him, living. And then they went right into the troops singing around the damn truck.
And they had a drug dealer shot in the movie.
Exactly. National champion, best hood movie of all time, New Jack City.
Rockabye, baby.